Hello, everybody, and welcome to the interview for today. I got my boy Eli. So, how you been, bro?
And I'm doing good. Blessed, super blessed for wrestling, man. Can't complain.
It's your career explains it for sure, and you're insane in the ring. I don't know many people that's better. No glaze,
Man, I appreciate that. No,
no
man.
glaze, no glaze.
Thank you,
But
man. Appreciate that.
first thing I want to ask you, what everybody's been wondering, how was that SummerSlam tryout? How
Oh,
was it?
had a lot of questions, and the first thing I say every single time is that was for sure one of the greatest experiences I had in wrestling so
Yeah,
far.
'cause you met so many people.
Yeah, I met so many people, and then just like not even just like the coaches, of course, like that was crazy just being like around just like people I've seen growing up. I'll get to that, but just like first is just the environment that we were in, just like all the people that I was around. Like I'm around these different celebrities, social media influencers, wrestlers from all over the world. Like mind blown, man. Like greatest experience I had in wrestling. Sure.
I think if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't even be able to do the tryout. I'd be asking too many questions.
Hey, well, you know, I think Booker T put it best for me. Preparation is the only luck you're gonna have. So
Legend.
exactly. So everything that he's put in my head, I put into that moment right there. And that's why, like for me personally, like, you get those jitters,
Yeah.
whatever's feeling when you're thinking about it. But that like once I got there, all that went away because I knew I was ready. I knew I was ready to be there.
That's what a lot of wrestlers explain it as. Like they have so many nerves before they get out there, but then as soon as they get out there, like all of it goes away and they really sink into their character.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Insane. Now, second question, and I didn't want it to be like this, how it's just question after question. But if a major promotion called you tomorrow, what would you want your first feud to be with? Who would you want it to be against?
That's a good question.
I had to think long and hard.
So I'll say this. If I got signed to a deal with WWE tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, okay, you know, just put out like a feud and hey, maybe in a few months, like, we'll throw you in there. I got to say AJ Styles off the bat.
Gosh,
I'll say
the
AJ.
match that'd probably be best match of all time. I
Oh
need to
my,
see it now. You got
yo,
me convinced. You
like
got me convinced.
AJ alone, just like seeing him when I was growing up, like he's the reason why I'm doing all this crazy stuff, bro. Like he's literally the reason why I'm sitting here. One of the many reasons why I'm sitting here and doing all this death defying, high flying, like fearless, all these things. It's because I saw him first at TNA when I was like in middle school, and I'm just like, yo, how is this guy not in WWE or anywhere
Yeah.
like I expanded my horizon with wrestling, and he was the first one I saw on TNA. I was like, yo,
I
he,
remember seeing that at 2016 Royal Rumble, seeing him come out, the hottest free agent.
uh,
Lost my mind. Lost my mind.
oh, you telling me? I'm actually mad because it was in Orlando and I missed it.
Oh man. I'd see we don't get a lot of PLEs here because I live in South Carolina. So we just had the NXT show, but the prices are out of the roof. It's so expensive to go.
Hey, shoot, like, hey, they're
Jeez.
traveling. Like one, they're not a traveling brand actually. NXT isn't a traveling brand, so once they
Yeah.
onto the road, I expected that. You know what I mean?
They go up here.
Mm-hmm. They pretty steep. Like you like looking at your wall, you're like, I don't know about this.
I couldn't even pay for one ticket for nosebleeds.
Dang.
But in our arena here, the nosebleeds are actually pretty good. We went last time SmackDown came and we sat in the nosebleeds to see how good it was for the next time, and it was actually pretty good. So I'm surprised. So that's where I'm going to sit every time because I ain't paying that much money for anything front row. But
Not yet, at least not yet.
not yet. But what is something in 2026? Are you looking to keep doing your consistency, seeing where you can go, or are you looking to get signed by anything or any promotion?
Yeah, man. Wrestling, like there's like I look at like so many interviews, and one thing that a lot of people say, like a lot of stuff, especially Cena. I look at a lot of Cena's interviews. You got to, and he even mentioned this at the trial. It's just you kind of got to do things that are in your control.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to, plan out as much as you can, do as much as you can, and do what's within your parameters. What I believe is in my parameters for 2026, I feel like obviously I do want to sign a deal, but
Coming your way. Coming your way. I believe.
fingers crossed, man. I
There's
swear.
no way you don't get a deal in 2026.
But if that doesn't happen, one of the main goals that I will hit, I'm gonna make this happen, is Japan.
Oh my gracious. The opponents there, the matches you would have over there.
You already know, man. And I got the travel bug from going to India a few months back, and that was just one of the great, like I said, one of the great experiences I had in wrestling, because they don't usually get high quality, like the super high quality wrestling out there. And the show that I work with, WXM, I literally called it just like a whole like TNA in India, because they had the great production, they had the people that knew how to work, they had a gym in the arena, they had everything over there, man. So
goodness.
I got that bug. I got to go to Japan, man.
That's like the dream, to be able to travel as a pro wrestler. Like as a little kid, like that's kind of what I dream of now. But now I'm kind of getting into social media. That's kind of what I want to do, is what I'm doing right now. But it's the dream for everybody growing up to be traveling as a pro wrestler and be with all your people that you look up to while you're growing up.
Yeah, man. It's just I can't even like sit here. Sometimes I like, you got to do the thing where you pinch yourself and you see
Yeah.
stuff. Like I gotta sit there and I gotta really soak everything in, because it comes like so fast. And there might be times where you like might have that like little roadblock, or you like kind of like, oh, everything's slowing down. Then out of nowhere, bang.
Yeah, that's how this was. I was like, I lost ideas on stuff, and then I was like, I've always wanted to do interviewing, and now I got the stuff to do it. So I was like, let's try it. And then I was like, I gotta hit Eli up first. A loyal supporter since day one. Yeah, you are. And there's been a couple people that's answered me, but half of them left me on red. So I get like Saquon Sugars from NXT. He said he needed all the money out my piggy bank. What is that? What is that? So I've been beating around the bush with different people, but you're the first one that landed, and I'm so glad, because this is a great one to start off with.
Appreciate it. My bad. That Saquon comment popped me, bro, because I know that's exactly what he would say, bro.
Yeah, like I couldn't tell if he was joking or not, because like he's just, you can't tell if he's joking or not. Like I couldn't read him.
Hey man, better call for that thing, dog.
My favorite match from you personally, I know it's going to seem a bit biased, but is Rudy Garza at Reality of Wrestling. That insane match y'all had. But what match for you do you think turned out the best? Would you go back and rewatch any day?
Like in my career so far?
Yeah.
There's many. There's so many. I almost want to say, I do want to say, obviously Wesley's up there.
Hey, that match, y'all went crazy.
Yeah, man, that was a great experience, and that was like a really good test, because that was my first time ever wrestling somebody that was currently signed to WWE. You know what I mean? So that was a good test for me to see how I felt about myself and about my ability. And going into that match, I felt really confident. So that is definitely in my top. But I would say one that I'm really, really proud of is a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match that we had. And that was probably one of the matches where I would love to just go back to that situation, because, it was the pressure of everything coming together. And you don't know, like there's as a wrestler, there's times where we go out of the curtain, we're just like, this might be a little bit rough around the edges. Every single thing that we did in that match, it was great. You know what I mean? Like, it's like magic that you can't recreate. You know what I mean?
That must feel good, going out there and be able to complete every spot that you hope to do, and it turned out that great. That has to be the best feeling as a wrestler, right? What's a better feeling?
It's no better feeling. So yeah, man. I love, and the thing is about me too is that I love pressure. I love being put under pressure and being
That's a
put in
good thing.
positions. Like yes, I love it so much. And I've had so many instances where like, there might be somebody freaking out a little bit, and I'm just like, there's
That
nothing
ain't nothing.
there's nothing they offer me, man.
Now, this was going to be my last question. I can't wait. As a fan, one of my favorite matches from you, it's underrated. People don't talk about it a lot, but you versus Christopher Daniels in 2023.
Yes.
How was that for you? How did that feel in a ring with such a high profile guy in history of wrestling?
That was very, very, very early in my career that happened.
Yeah, I had to do some deep digging. I saw it on like your profile match list early on, and I was like, Christopher Daniels or Eli Knight? Hold on. So I went back and rewatched it. It's like a 15-minute match on YouTube, and I was like, I gotta see this. It was good.
Man, like when I first got the the text where he was like, "Hey, we want to put you up against Christopher Daniels," I was like, "What?"
You said that right.
Like I was like, "Wait, hold on," because that was for me. That was my first ever like one wrestler that I like watched back. Like I said, TNA days that I got to be in the ring with. Two, it's the first ever person that's been doing this for 30 plus years at a high level.
Very high level.
Yes, I get to share the ring with him. And like at first, I'm just like kind of like, oh, this is like a really big deal. You know what I mean? This could, if I wrestle him, this could land me somewhere here, somewhere here. I gotta give my all, gotta be ready for this. And it was like that was my first true test to see if I'm capable to be under pressure. And let me tell you, I'll be honest, I'll be straight up with you. I was so nervous, bro.
Dude,
I was like,
how couldn't you be? I mean, he potentially has the greatest match of all time. AJ versus Samoa versus Christopher Daniels, Unbreakable 2005. I mean, I think that's the best match of all time. Currently.
On top with like obviously on par, not just with like wrestling, triple threats, but just like in the entirety of wrestling, man, that match was just smooth sailing. It was beautiful. So, like I said, that was my first true test to just like kind of let it sink in, and then it was a big environment too. There's like 200, 300 people in a close, intimate setting.
That's your biggest crowd yet so far? Whenever you wrestled against him,
was that my biggest crowd? I don't think so, actually.
A bigger crowd?
I think I've had a couple bigger crowds than that.
In a tag match? I believe Malik's his name?
Yeah, Malik. Yeah,
Malik? Okay. I mean, I don't know why, but Malik has always, I keep seeing his name against your name on these profile listings, and I'm like, I've seen his face, I've seen his matches, but his name's not clicking. The last name always gets me.
It's his last name, yeah.
But yeah. I think lastly, this was not in the question at all. I know we mentioned who would be your match. You said AJ Styles. To tag with, would AJ still be the tag partner, or would you have another tag partner, or would you want to bring Malik with you to a bigger company to face whoever?
I can answer that two ways. If I had to pick a dream tag team partner, it'd be Ray. Like if I can tag up with Ray and maybe beat up Dom, I don't
Mysterio?
I'll beat up Ray Mysterio, but
can't lie. Now Ray's all right in the ring. I mean, he still looks as young as he could be. But you and Ray Phoenix, or you and Penta, hey, all I'm saying, it's getting me mad that they are not reuniting Penta and Ray Phoenix in WWE. It's getting on my nerves. I can't do it no more.
Hey, never say never.
Never say. Yeah, I've been saying that since they came in the WWE. I was like, they were coming off this great match and the steel cage match with the Young Bucks, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be insane. Then they put them on separate brands. It's like, jeez.
But I'll say this though, I think it's good because you kind of get the audience familiar with how they are separately, because they I know their history is they have probably wrestled each other for years and years and years and years, and you know what I mean, like. And then once you get that chance to be like a tag team partner with your brother and everything like that, and you go off doing crazy things like that, now you're coming into a whole new audience. I think it's good to see how they go separately, and then when you put them together, oh, it's gonna blow everybody's minds.
Speaking of tag teams, again, this was not a question at all either. I know this is going a little bit longer than I would have hoped. I don't want to keep your time, but how did you and Malik meet? How did this tag team become together?
So it all started at our home school. So literally, it's I think he trained maybe a month before me, and then I came in, and it was so funny because at first, like, people were like saying that I was a mini Malik.
That must suck.
He was coming in and he was like, like doing all like, super like springy athletic. And then I came in and like we were kind of doing like the same thing. And, some time passed by. And I want to say October. I want to say about like around October, we did a Savio Vega seminar.
Mm.
And he saw me and Malik, we worked to get I think separate matches, and then he kind of like looked at us too, and he needed somebody for his show to like have a tag team and everything. So he's like, "Oh, you, all right, we're gonna make y'all a tag team."
Like now, I think that my favorite style of wrestling is the high flying stuff. It just catches my eye the most. Mm-hmm. And I believe, are you 23 now, or are you still 22?
I turned 24 actually.
Well, I'm looking at your Instagram bio, and I'm like, I'm guessing that's it. I couldn't tell. My apologies. But now, I guess the last question. I don't want this conversation, and this has been a great conversation. Maybe you can come on sometime in the future. But when and how did you get into wrestling?
So, with wrestling, my grandma was a huge wrestling fan. And, when me and my brother were home and my sister, when we were getting taken care of by her, like my mom had to go out, my dad had to go out, work on that stuff. We were in her room and she was like, "Hey, y'all need to stop doing whatever you're doing over there. You need to come right here to this TV." She had her little gray box TV and she was showing us black and white wrestling, bro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was showing us the old school, the WWF.
That's kind of the best stuff, though. Some of the greatest moments in history came from there.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, she put me on at an early age.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, so once we learned that, and then she was also a fan of like the current product. So obviously that bled into us watching that stuff, and then you already know what happened when you have two young kids watching wrestling. You already know what happened.
So your brother is your brother a wrestler as well?
No, he's he basketball, but during that time started, they say don't try this at home. We trying that at home, dog.
Yeah.
He already know what we doing. So all that stuff, like during that time, it was ECW was coming back at that time. So it was around 05, 06. They had a couple one night stand pay-per-views. So I saw like a lot of RVD, and actually RVD wasn't at 05, he was at 06 because I think 05 he was injured. But
I believe so.
Yeah, so we watched a lot of that stuff, and then lo and behold, we sitting here with breaking beds and all that stuff. And my brother actually grew out of it. I just stayed in it. I'm sitting here wrestling pillows, doing frog splashes off his dresser, breaking TVs, like I'm messing everything.
Like for me, it was different. I kind of got myself into it because I saw like a little clips or something, and then Roman Reigns caught my eye. I've been mega fans from there, but I think I was about to give up on it in 2020 because of Thunderdome and stuff like that. But then you didn't have nothing else to do. You have to catch Raw and SmackDown and NXT on those days. You just couldn't miss it. It felt like that after you watch it for so long, you can't miss the shows. So I feel like that WWE has made itself where you can't miss a show or else you're going to miss something very important. But these Raw shows have been horrendous these past couple of weeks.
Yeah. So, yeah, like that's like I think the hard thing about wrestling, And even not just WWE, but like a lot of wrestling now is like it's so much. Like
It is.
you have an abundance of it, you know what I mean? And WWE is like that kind of like easy one where you can like just turn the TV is there Monday, Tuesday, you got Tuesday, Wednesday, you got TNA Thursday, Friday.
That's been a blast to watch. It's always been a blast to watch. I would love to see you in that. You versus Sean Legacy, you versus Cappuccino. Woo!
And I met both of them, and I've been able to be on shows with both of them, and I've seen like what they're capable of and what they're doing. Like I'm like, yo, man, I'm trying to get on y'all level, bro.
Some things I don't understand though. Just because they have a bigger name means they're better. But I mean, gosh, this is gonna sound so bad. I think that you're better in ring than these guys, but it feels like that there's just not enough eyes on you. I don't know how it makes sense there.
Look, hey, wrestling. The fun thing about wrestling is that journey. You know,
Yeah,
it's a journey of trying to prove yourself. And at first, I'll tell you myself, like I tried so super hard. Not even tried. I am like super humble when it comes to wrestling. You know what I mean? Because you know when you get a big head and stuff like that, you know you don't want to be hard to work with. You don't want to like all that stuff. But I kind of grown into this element as I gotten older. Like, hey, you know, I know that I'm ready now. You know, I know I'm ready to be going to the next level, going to that next step. You know what I mean? And then all it is just like I said, when those times pop up where it's opportunity, dead opportunity. Every time that opportunity pops up, I'm gonna chase it, bro. I'm gonna chase it. I'm gonna make sure.
how often do you go to the Reality of Wrestling? How often do you train there?
I haven't trained. I've trained there maybe 2 or 3 times. I've been there since 2021. So I've been doing that
Because I keep hearing commentary during your matches say that you train with Booker T, and I was wondering, is this an often thing, or is it how often is it?
I've had the chance to train with Booker T, but I am not trained by Booker T.
Ah,
I am not trained by Booker T. I'm glad I get to clear that up. I'm not trained by Booker T. I've been able to be under his tree and under his like mentorship, and I've been able to ask questions. I've been blessed to be able to do that. But I'm originally trained at a school called Pro Wrestling 2.0, and now I've been able to really hone my craft and my ability with Ace Steel. So that's been good.
where's that at? Are you Texas?
No, this is gonna be Orlando. So I'm still in.
It was either Texas or Orlando. I was getting there.
Mm-hmm. Orlando, baby. So yeah, it's in Orlando.
Man, that means you know where you're close to.
Mm-hmm.
Performance Center. They're building a new one. There's a spot for you there.
Uh-huh.
You got to get there in 2026, I believe. I'm hoping this will go crazy. I'm gonna post so many clips of this. I need 2026. If by the end of 2027, if you're not signed by somewhere big, there's nothing else to help. I mean, I don't know if you can get better. Is there any room for improvement?
Oh,
you're good there. Yeah, there always is. But looking at your matches, I don't know if things can be better. Like obviously we see botches all the time in matches, but realistically, there's not botches in your matches that catch my eye. Like I can't pick out stuff about your match that I'm like, he could have done this better. Like if I look at WWE matches, I can pick out anything, but yours is one of the many few wrestlers that I can be like, that wasn't good. Like how do you even do that?
Like preparation, man. I train literally. I try to train at least 4 times a week. So consistently in the ring, I'm consistently watching tape, not just my own. I'm watching not just wrestlers nowadays. I'm watching wrestlers back in the day. I'm trying to see bits and pieces of game and how I can make it my own. You know what I mean? And it's that I have that session of like, okay, I know I want to be better. I know like something like I like how you say that, where it's like, you know, I don't see like flaws in my game. When I sit there and I'm looking at my tape and I'm like, okay, this is something that could be better if I do it like this. This is something where it could be more impactful if I do it like this, you know.
That's how it gets to that next level.
Exactly. It's dissecting that, being surgical with it, you know what I mean? Being a little surgical with it. So that's what I try my best to do. Keep that up.
I was gonna stay out of it because I don't like asking and putting people on the spot. But were you there whenever Aaliyah? There's been picture that Aaliyah was at the dungeon. Were you there whenever she was there? Did you see her train? You were there. You were there.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? She look good or no? Is she decent in the ring?
Natural.
Really?
Natural.
We saw her in 2020, but I don't think she ever got in the ring. She had that
No.
love story with Buddy Murphy, but she never got in the ring.
I remember. I think that was her first day training, but picked it up like it was nothing. And obviously, it's easy when you have literally. No, I don't want to even say it's easy. It's when you have somebody like Ray in your corner being able to teach you how to properly do this, along with Natalia, along with Tyson Kidd. When you have that group of people, like you're gonna pick up like that. But like she just drilling things out perfectly. I'm like, hey, I think you need to keep coming.
It definitely helps when you're a Mysterio.
Huh?
Definitely helps when you're a Mysterio.
Mm-hmm. It's in the blood. I swear. It's in the blood.
It is. Dominic's doing insane things too. Like Ray said, I think he said, or I know he said on the 520 podcast, I think it is, or something like that. He said that Dominic's already better than him. I don't know how much I can believe that. I don't know.
Oh, shoot, man.
Double champ.
Hey, double champ. And then, like I said, the way he picked it up as well, like I said, it's in the blood. You know what I mean? You saw how fast he picked it up and it got
really fast. I mean, he got thrown in with the Sharks. His first match was against Rollins.
Mm-hmm. And you got to be able to sink or swim in that situation. He swam.
He did.
And better yet,
Michael Phelps.
Backstroking. He was swimming. He's good, bro.
Has being a wrestler affect your fan experience? Has traveling affected how much you watch?
I will say this. I'll be honest. Hey, I'll be straight up honest. I don't be watching like the sitting down and watching the product. I keep in touch with it, obviously on social media mostly, and then I sit down and watch. I watch a PLE or TNA has like a pay per view. I'll sit and watch, or NXT, or if there's a big Japanese promotion, like a New Japan or Noah, I'll go out my way to watch like a match if I see something that like piques my interest, all that.
Yeah.
I don't think it really affected my fan experience because deep down inside, I still got that in me. I'm still able to watch it. I'm still able to digest it and then take myself out of like, I'm gonna look at all these details. I take myself out of that because that's what makes wrestling fun when you're able to just sit there and see everything play out. That's what makes it great,
Yeah, I think that mostly your work, one of the matches that I want to see from you personally, one day there's the two of these guys are some of the youngest people in the game that are at that next level, Leon Slater and Javon Evans. If we get any matches between y'all, it'll set the world on fire.
Well,
we know Victory Road, Leon has a match with Moose. That match is going to be, or not Moose, Myron Reed. And that match is going to be cool. But man, one day, if y'all two can get in the ring, woof. Yeah, and he's young too, youngest X Division champ.
I've been seeing Leon's work, and I'll be honest with you, straight up, like the intensity that he has, that's the stuff that I want to have. You know what I mean? And when you see stuff like that, you could tell by the way somebody moves and stuff like that, they're gonna bring the best out. I feel like that's something that he has. I actually got to wrestle Javon when he was 16.
He's 16. DPW?
It was actually Firestar. It was his home promotion, his home school. We had a tag match with him and Jackson Drake. And
wow.
Lord, hey, we digging in the Lord.
Yeah, I saw you face Ricky Smokes recently. Is he at that different level too? Is he any different than everybody else?
Yes, man. Like I said, like being a wrestler and then being around these guys. And like I said, I always first thing I look at when I'm looking at somebody in wrestling is how they move. If I see how you move, if I like look at your footwork, and then like I said, I look at the intensity that you do it at, I know what you know what you're doing. All 4 guys that you mentioned, we all young in the game right now.
Yeah.
I believe we all look like we know what we're doing. You know what I mean? Now it's just starting to add the experience to it, and then I believe like a lot of us, I know Javon, Leon, like Ricky, even Brad Baylor, Jackson Drake, Cat. I can name so many guys that are in their 20s that I know we're gonna be like this future of wrestling. We gonna hold to that standard that people expect from wrestling. I feel that.
Now, to end things off, is there an upcoming match, whether that's months down the line or present, that you can talk about or you can release? Don't feel pressured to let anything out that you can't let out. I don't want to start stuff here.
No, you good. I will say this. I don't know when this gonna release, but there's gonna be a nice announcement that's gonna come up this weekend. This weekend, yeah.
Okay. Is it months down the line?
It's gonna be next weekend.
Oh, snap.
So the 27th is the match. It's gonna get announced this weekend. So I'll keep your eyes out for that one.
Social media?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna push any further. That's all I wanted there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I thank you so much for coming on. I think it was an honor to hear your journey and hear what you've came through and how you've came to be one of the best superstars in the game. So I truly hope the best. And this was a great interview.